Consider this your trigger warning. The following program is strictly satire and is not meant to be taken seriously. So don't get all butthurt, you liberal snowflakes, just because we skewer your sacred cows and expose all your lies and hypocrisy. Truth hurts, and so does satire. So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and enjoy the show.
All right, folks, it's Monday after a July 4th weekend. It was a shitstorm of stupidity. I really hope everyone is watching the Zero Dark 30s because I usually pick out a cherry bomb that's ready to just blow, and we go with that. I can't believe what's going on today, folks. The stupid. I want all of your comments and suggestions and thoughts down below. If you're here with me live, it's because you're on X, thepreparedmind.club, or subscribestar.com. Go to those, pick one, right? And you can be here live every day. This is absolutely stunning. Where do I start? Oliver's here. He's got the big blue wrench. He's the moderator behind the scenes, picking on everything. We may just go to shotgun. Oliver, if you see anything, a comment that you think needs to be put up on the board, just slap it up there and I'll get to it instead of just carrying on through my monologue. The world is in a fluid state of shit right now. Everyone knows that now the FBI has come out and said, there's no Epstein list, never had it, didn't exist. Even though the Attorney General said there was, even though the director of the FBI said there was, even though Dan Bongino said there was, even though everything they fucking said. And I want to know what you guys remember them saying, because they're liars. They're liars. Be just extraordinary liars. And it's frighteningly disgusting. Let's start with this. Tom Fitton, who is the head of Judicial Watch in Washington, D.C., has been for well over a decade suing, fighting, and beating on these people. And now he's crazy. He goes, here's his quote over the Epstein client list cover-up. Look, they're trying to dig a hole and put the client list in it and bury it, right? He says, quote, I don't think even the Biden administration would have written anything like this, meaning the FBI's letter saying, we were told, were we not? We were told there are thousands of hours of videos of powerful, wealthy politicians, businessmen having sex and all kinds of just the most heinous of crimes being committed against children. And they have to go through them and find out what that. Now they're saying there's nothing. We don't know who any of these people are. We don't know nothing. That doesn't exist. It never existed. We were told they had the client list and they just had to go through it and make sure that any of their secret 88, I don't know. I don't even know anymore. And I agree with Tom Fitton, who is also absolutely fucking disgusted with these people in D.C. And this is the Trump administration. This is the Trump Attorney General, the Trump FBI, the Trump Department of Justice is fucking lying to our faces, gaslighting us in one of the most heinous fucking lies ever. This blows away the John F. Kennedy assassination lie. What lie am I speaking of? The magic bullet. They claim that there were 3 bullets that came from the rifle of Lee Harvey Oswald from the 6th floor of the book depository in Dallas, Texas. One missed, scratched James Tague. One hit John F. Kennedy in the back, right? And then the one was the headshot. So the one that hit in the back, and there's many other wounds in the car, 7 other fucking wounds. And the Warren Commission, which was headed by Earl Warren, Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, sanctioned, and they all agreed with this magic fucking bullet, which went through the president's back, came out his neck, turn right, turn left, hit him in the fucking arm, right? It's ridiculous. Came out his arm, went up in the air, turned again, waited a second, hit fucking Connolly through the ribs in the front seat, the governor of Texas, came out his fucking chest, and then hit him and then went into his fucking leg, right? Bullshit. This is even bigger. We have a convicted child molesting pedophile predator son of a bitch who was released by the government and continued to run his pedophile island, catering to American politicians, American judges, American businessmen, European businessmen, judges, politicians, and even royalty. Not to mention Israelis, Mossad, the Israeli government. Because Jizzy Maxwell, who's in prison, not dead yet. The bitch is in prison. They talked about the client list. They sat on the client list under the Biden administration. And the fucking Trump. Oh, shit. Man says, what? Are they trying to create a Mandela effect play on us? These aren't the droids you're looking for, and these aren't the pedophiles you're looking for. Yeah, you bet. They're trying to say, I don't know what you're talking about. This is gaslighting, unfucking believable. Biden's just plain stupid. Kamala's a retarded whore. Merrick Garland is a pile of shit. But this is out fucking rageous. I went on X today. I had 5 fucking minutes to myself at work. 5 fucking minutes. I literally scrolled. Every single post was about this. There was nothing about anything else. Even the fucking flood in Texas was off the fucking page. It was all about these lies. And it was about what liars Pam Bondi is. She's a lying fucking whore. Kash Patel is a lying fucking whore. Bongino is a lying fucking whore. And they said anyone that believes them is a fucking moron. I don't know. Can you tell I'm passionate about this, Oliver? I mean, I think so. I'm kind of fucking mad. The whole country is outraged. I know you guys are outraged. Right? And to top it off, the Department of Justice has cut 60 seconds out of the Epstein jail cell tape. They just released it. What, did they think we'd be satisfied with that? Oh, great. We get to watch him kill himself. 60 fucking seconds missing. I don't believe that even. It could have been 60 fucking minutes for all we know. Oh, it's got a timestamp. What is this strange fucking brew? I don't know what a timestamp is, but it's hard to fake. Oh, hard to fake. Hard to fake. Has anyone seen the fucking artificial intelligence, the AI shit? They can fake everything and anything. It's not hard anymore. AI, take the fucking Epstein list and put a fake timestamp on it. They couldn't even get that shit right. They're missing 60 fucking seconds. Unbelievable. And I am not discounting the absolute horrifying tragedy and the fucking geoengineering, cloud seeding fucking debacle in Kerrville, Texas. It's just this was a slap to the face, and everybody I know, everybody I talk to is just outraged. Pam should be fired for this. The entire Department of Justice should be fucking fired. The FBI should be fucking fired and disbanded. Done. For this outrageous fucking lie. And how can we hold them accountable? Oh, well, in the next election, we'll just vote them out of office. That'll fix it. While they fucking shred everything. What are they going to go to a fucking nuclear furnace and throw all of the evidence in it? We'll never see it again. It's gone. They're fucking liars. And any witnesses? Oh, they're fucking hiding. That Virginia Guaffair, right? They tried killing her in a car accident. Then she's like, I can't wait to see my kids. And then she commits suicide? Really? Once again, it's never fucking ending, folks. 60 seconds missing. I wonder what that's about. They've got a cover-up going on the cover-up, folks. The cover-up has a fucking cover-up. Literally. Even Grok, right? The AI computer is fucking lying and making shit up. Even it doesn't know what's going on, right? The White House press secretary, the cute little smart, and they're smart. Don't fucking kid yourself. Pam Bondi is smart as a fucking whip, and she's lying. I'm going to call her the see you next Tuesday if I'm not careful. That fucking bitch is lying. And now they've got Carolyn Levitt fucking bitching and lying and fucking just look. She claims that the Department of Justice performed a, quote, exhaustive review. That's transparency, she says. That's transparency? They told us they have the files. They told us they have the videos. And now, case closed. Literally, case closed. It's done. It's all wrapped up. We have living witnesses. We have a living convicted fucking partner. And Virginia Guerrero was not the only person molested. Raped, abused, kidnapped, trafficked, sold. They're scared to death. You bet your ass they're scared to death. And to claim that this is transparent, it couldn't be less transparent. I don't know. What? I'm fucking outraged. The rage, the outrage, folks, that they're fucking lying to us this much right to our face. Am I understating this? Am I overstating it, Oliver? Has anyone got anything to say? What do you guys want to let's hear? I want to hear what you guys fucking have to say. Badass diving frog. John, I just watched where artificial intelligence rats out Israel. Yeah, you bet. And Washington, D.C., of course, and said it was evil and satanic. Congress passed a law that makes it illegal to criticize Israel. Well, fuck Israel and fuck Mossad and fuck D.C. My First Amendment destroys any legislative attempt to silence me over any fucking item, anything, especially politics. And if there's one thing that's political, it's Israel and the European Union and Washington, D.C. That's all they are. They use politics as a fucking shield and a sword to stab us, and they go, oh, no, politics. Can't, no, fuck you guys. Anyways, thank you, Diving Frog. Yeah, Israel's part of this. They're huge. Ghislaine Maxwell is Jewish. She's Israeli. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, Jewish, Israeli, was in charge and working at Mossad and has been forever. They supported, they staffed, they fucking funded Epstein. What is Epstein a Russian name now? Is it Chinese or is it an Israeli name? Let's call him on it. I'm calling him on it. I'm not afraid of these fucking people. Mr. Uman, what else do we want to discuss? What other angle? Deplorable Yankee redneck. Trump is running to be a bigger liar in chief than Biden. Where is Trump on this? Honestly, can anyone claim that Trump, well, he's too busy. He's got other stuff to do. This was a huge part of the fucking campaign promises, campaign expectations, campaign funding, campaign fucking support. And fuck Elon Musk. I don't care about him either. Trump, where are you? He should be in front of the cameras screaming, just like me. This is unconscionable for them to expect us to just bend over and take an entire fistful of lies right in the ass. Is my frustration unfounded, Oliver? Is it unfounded? No. The fucking grounds for losing our minds is completely justifiable. Right? There's no way. Right? And guess what? The Israeli Prime Minister, Butthole Netanyahu, is going to visit the White House. Oh, how fucking perfect is that? You can't criticize Israel? Fuck Israel. They bombed, missile attacked, strafed, caught on fire, attacked, and tried sinking the USS Liberty, an American warship. It was over 50 years ago. Yes. Have they apologized? No. Have they admitted it? No. Did they tell us why they did it? No, they're not telling the public shit. Trying to draw us into a war on their side by attacking us. I'm supposed to give a shit about them? Just disgusting. Now, we as a nation are on the fucking cusp of something horrifying. We've called it shit, it's the fan. We've called it Mad Max. We've called it a dystopian fucking nightmare. Right? The Democrats in the House of Representatives they say they're telling them to storm the White House. They're urging, they're requesting, they're trying to get their deranged, fruitcake, Democrat, Antifa, terrorist supporting pieces of shit to get violent, get arrested to try to stop President Trump, and even get shot. It's worth getting shot now. So not only is Trump pissing me and you off and everyone, now we have the fucking Democrats saying we need a revolution, we need to revolt, we need to get violent, we need to storm the White House. Storm the White House is what they're calling. You see how this can get out of hand really fucking quick? As soon as the government openly shows how fucking lawless it is, that opens the floodgate for a fucking coup d'etat from the fucking Democrats or a fucking color revolution from a bunch of communist retards. That's exactly what they're pushing for. The Democrats want this. And apparently fucking Trump wants it too by allowing this shit to stand. The other day he was like, well, okay, now that we've done this and this and that, we got the big, beautiful bill passed, let's just invite in a bunch of fucking people and give them amnesty. Oh, yeah, amnesty. I hope everyone's aware of that bullshit. Right? Literally. They want to give them amnesty. 25 million illegals. Behind the scenes, they're trying to convince Trump, and even came out and said it, that, well, we're going to provide amnesty. 25 fucking million illegals do not deserve amnesty. Hotel workers, no. Farm workers, no. The fucking farm worker, literally off the farm. Illegal alien off the farm murders a fucking American girl. Farm workers are not innocent. That's not a source of the good Mexicans. The illegals are everywhere. All of them go the fuck home. You either have a work visa, a green card, or whatever the fuck you're supposed to have. They want to storm the White House, folks. While you and I are pissed off, the Republican Party is in absolute disarray. Congress is a pile of shit. The Senate is a pile of shit. The Supreme Court doesn't know whether to jerk themselves off or jerk each other off while they're jerking the rest of us off. The fucking media is a bunch of clowns pushing for color revolution, communist revolution. They're lying to us. The media lies. Fucking discount dollar store bullshit artist Hakeem Jeffries, leader of the House, folks, the Democrats. Right? He's an absolute retard, but what does Pam Bondi look like now? Exactly. These fucking people are evil and they're letting it fucking go. They're letting it go, folks. They're letting it go. That fucking asshole, Zorhan Mamdani, is literally talking about what he wants to do, and it's pure communism. And he's going to do it to New York City, and he's telling everybody, and fucking Democrats are going to vote for it. Where do we find hope? There's no hope left now. It's just fucking gone. Ooh, man, you got a bucket of hope? You got some hope on a rope, maybe that way you don't lose it. How about a fucking teaspoon? How about a fucking thimble?
I ran out of hopium a long time ago.
There's no hope.
I keep getting crap from everybody that, you know, I'm criticizing Trump and this and that. But you know what? He's saying all the right things, but his actions aren't lining up with his words.
That was the hope. Trump was the hope. We hoped he would appoint the right people. And he didn't. Pete Hegseth cannot save this nation as the Secretary of Defense.
No, I mean, it's heading in the same direction it did last time, you know. And the only thing I'm waiting for now is for the Republicans to lose the midterms, and then they could go back to crying about how they can't get anything done because they're being obstructed.
They're obstructing them fucking selves.
Yeah. They're not doing anything while they have the power. And it almost seems like they don't want the power. They just want to be the ones that are trying and trying, but can't get anything done because of the bad Democrats, you know?
No, they're playing fucking victims, right? They want to be the victim. Oh, and then they lose, so then they can claim the victim. Well, we can't do anything. We don't have any authority and power. They have authority and power, but guess what? They're all fucking compromised. How much you want to bet 90% of the Republicans who are fucking Epstein clients? And there's other pedophile groups out there. Not little ones. Yeah, Heidi says I can only assume they are all on the list. Yeah. Including Trump. Yeah, it's very possible at this fucking point because he's not saying anything. Silence is omitting yourself from the conversation. I'm not the president. You're not the president. You're not. You can't do anything. So we rely on the president, and he's not. He's supposed to represent all of us, the pinnacle of executive law and order authority, and he's not saying a fucking word. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
I can tell. I'm trying to see what other comments are coming across here. So
right.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm losing hope really, really quick. You know, I want to give them another chance after the election. I mean, I voted for the guy because what was I going to do? Vote for Kamala Toes? I mean,
right.
What was our choice? But you know, everybody says, you know, you get some of these cheerleaders out here who are 100% Trump, forever Trump. I trust him all the way 100%.
I trust him. I trust
Never
him.
say you trust anybody 100% unconditionally, because all that's going to do is get you burned.
Anybody with power and authority, you don't trust them.
While they're alive. If they do good their whole life and they die, then hey, you
the
can
more
put
power, authority, wealth, the less trust they should have. The more closely they need to be watched. And we're watching.
And I said the same thing about Musk at the beginning. I don't trust the guy.
No.
Why is Mr. Solar Electric Battery EV guy teaming up with the drill baby drill guy? You know, made absolutely no sense. There's a whole... This is a giant play, you know? It's like some bad script being played out. I don't know.
You couldn't write it this fucking stupid. No one would believe it. No one.
Why isn't Trump coming out and saying anything about all this shit? You know, where are the arrests? You know, where are the arrests of the Epstein client? Where's the list? You know, don't give me this shit. You can't tell me he doesn't know. You can't tell me he's not being told about this and he's unaware of this.
Yeah, he hasn't fucking heard by now. Right. I mean, Pam Bondi told reporters about the Epstein list, quote, is sitting on my desk right now to review. That's in the process of being reviewed.
Yeah, and you said the thousands of hours of videos and everything else. You know, I mean, And now they're telling us that stuff doesn't exist. I mean, they were lying
It
before
never
or they're
existed.
lying
It
now.
never existed.
They're lying before or they're lying now.
They're lying both times.
Yeah.
It was sitting on her desk and she was not going to fucking review it. She was not going to release it. That's all a lie. Redneck Roughneck says, my question is, they came out of the blue at this Epstein file. What are they distracting us from?
When I saw all the posts on X this morning, I thought, what is everybody rehashing this shit for? And then I read a little bit further and I saw that they just came out and made the announcement that there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden now?
Well, you got Benjamin Netanyahu coming. Man, trust the plan.
Oh yeah, right.
Benjamin Netanyahu, apparently they passed the legislation in Congress, at least the House. You can't criticize Israel. There's no fucking way that works. It does not work with this. I can criticize it. I can criticize the Almighty God if I want. I can say, why did you run that flood and kill everyone and everything in Noah's Ark? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it needs to happen again. Maybe that's what they're... I don't... Right. You can criticize everyone. They can't stop me. They can't make it illegal. I don't know, man. Mikey G says, I kind of expected something like this. You can't fix the corrupt organization by changing the head. Well, yeah, you cut the head off the snake. Well, apparently it's a fucking hydra. It grows new heads. No, you got to fucking throw the whole carcass in the fire. That's why I said you got to fire the entire Department of Justice, the Attorney General's office, the FBI. Fucking get rid of it. It's pointless. It's worthless. It's hopeless. It's helpless. I don't, it's bullshit. It's bullshit, right?
Yeah. I'm
fucking speechless almost. Yeah.
Like I said, I thought they were rehashing old garbage this morning, and then all of a sudden this new development comes out, and I don't know.
Well, the claim, yeah.
How can Ghislaine be in jail for a crime if there are no victims?
There's no victims and there's no other perpetrators. So
Right.
It was just Jizzy and Jeffrey down there molesting hundreds of children and wearing costumes and masks. It's bullshit. I believe the entire Supreme Court is involved. I believe the entire because I have no choice now but to assume the worst out of every one of them.
When you get into top ranking positions, even at a state level, if you get elected more than twice, I believe you're compromised. You're most likely compromised the second time you get reelected, or the first time you get reelected.
Local politicians are crooked as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Chin Music says Israel gets what Israel wants. Make AIPAC register with FARA. AIPAC should be registered as a foreign agency, a foreign intelligence agency. I agree with you, Chin, but guess what? We can't even get them to arrest anyone over the Epstein list, much less the high level and the foreigners. Right? It's just we're done. This is done. That's it. Fuck it. I'm done. There's no fucking hope for any of these fucking people. If Trump won't do anything now, if he won't do anything now, he's not going to ever fucking do anything. Now is the fucking time. If there was ever a time, it's now. To step up and go, you know what? That is absolute horseshit. I'm not going to fucking tolerate it. I will not allow it. I've put up with this enough. I've been told to be patient. I've been told you're reviewing it. I've been told you're looking into it. I've been told you're getting your paperwork together, getting your arrest warrants in line, getting your evidence, your witnesses, your fucking case. Remember all that shit? It takes time. Give them some time. Now.
You know what? They knew it takes time on day one. Why were they saying on day one when they knew these things take time?
Yeah. It's horseshit.
Yeah.
It is beyond. Heidi says, friends and allies aren't the same thing. With friends like these, who needs enemies? right? Congress is supposed to represent us, a political ally within the Republican Party. No, they're not our fucking political allies. They're fucking adversarial to us. They're adversarial to justice. They're adversarial to righteousness. They're adversarial to constitutional, fucking objective reasoning. Evil. See, evil isn't a harsh enough word anymore.
Nope.
Anyways, thank you, Heidi. Thank you, everyone. I know I'm a ranting fucking lunatic right now because I make sense. Oliver makes sense. You guys make sense. What is happening on this fucking planet makes no sense. In fact, I listened to an economist while I was driving from one site to another. He said, you know what? It's completely lawless. Wall Street does whatever it wants and they don't get in trouble. The banks do whatever they want and they don't get in trouble. Politicians do whatever they want and they don't get in trouble. Why should they do? Why should they obey the laws? If they're not going to enforce any of them, they won't enforce any of them. Fuck it. Why obey? They're all getting away with fucking theft, corruption, murder, child molestation, and child murder, child sacrifice. Fuck it. Just wow. Good God. Where do you go, man? Where does it go? What? I got to know. What's up with the glasses today, man? They're cool.
Oh, geez. I was just writing a review on them. I got them to kind of block the blue light from the monitors. It's kind of rough on my eyes at night when I'm sitting out on the porch there.
Relaxes the eyes. Cool.
Yeah. So anyway, Redneck says there were several victims that said they saw Bill Clinton on the island and going into the back rooms.
Yeah.
No, all these things are great, but why aren't these victims stepping up and saying something? Because, you know, when you see stuff like that, it's all just hearsay. It's no different than that crazy bitch accusing Trump of raping her in a dressing room on some unknown date on some unknown year with no witnesses around, you know? Okay. I mean, the
P. Diddy case.
Yeah.
Sean P. Diddy, Puff Diddy, puffing on some other dude's dick Diddy. That guy. They had him in court. They had him in court. They have witnesses. They have evidence. They have fucking tapes. They have everything. He's in court being tried. They said there's other pedophile groups that are associated with the P. Diddy group. They all walked.
Well, that was a jury thing.
But there's literal witnesses that testified against him. And P. Diddy had no defense. No defense. And they just they gave it away. So what makes us think that if a bunch of Hollywood sick fucking entertainment faggots and fruitcakes and child molesting perverted freaks, if they can't get caught, what makes us think that bankers, politicians, international cartels are going to get in trouble? They're higher than P. Diddy. They're more powerful than P. Diddy. Obama was at the P. Diddy parties where all these crimes were taking place. Witnesses and fucking pictures. So yeah, Bill Clinton was on Epstein Island. I saw pictures of Clinton in the Caribbean, like up to his waist in water with a bunch of his buddies, all drunk and stupid at Epstein Island. Okay, great. He was there. But we can't even get it into court because they won't even admit they have any fucking information. There's no list. Remember the fucking Pam Bondi outside the White House with files, right? The books. She had the folders that she gave all of those social media assholes, and they all did the fucking dance. What was that? Their fucking Mossad dance they did, where they're all standing out there acting like they got the fucking goods. And now they're saying there is no list. What happened to that?
Yeah, I don't know.
We can't say what's inside our list, but we have the real information. Bullshit.
You know, it also makes you wonder, you know, what kind of pressure was that jury put under? Or, what kind of implied threats were made or something like that. Because just like with that Derek Chauvin thing in Minneapolis,
Yeah.
the jury was scared to say not guilty because they were in fear for their lives. They were doxxed. They were, threatened. They didn't want to see the town burn down.
Yeah.
So I mean, what kind of stuff was going on in the background that we're not hearing about in regard to the jury? Because I mean, if there was all that evidence and he had no defense, how the hell can they possibly let him walk on two prostitution charges?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I get it. People are being threatened. What is the first thing you do when you've been threatened? What would you do, Mr. Uman, if you were picked and selected to be on that jury, and then you received an envelope? Right? There's an envelope on your front door, right? And it's got a fucking threat inside of it. What do you do?
What would I do? I would double down on it. I wouldn't allow that to intimidate me or change my opinion of what I saw there. I mean, if the guy's guilty, the guy's guilty.
I'd go right to the fucking press. I'd go right to social fucking media. I'd go to the biggest I go to fucking Alex Jones. I go to who's that fucking guy?
Well, while I don't think you are allowed to do that while you're the case is active and you're on the jury, because then they're going to get you for some other legal technicality. But I would go in there, and then after the thing was over, I would go and I would do exactly what you were saying.
I'd do it right up front. I would do it right. Fucking arrest me for it. This is what I would do. I know that you're different and everyone's different, but I would go out and I'd go to the media and go, I'm being threatened. The police won't do shit. The judge isn't going to do shit. The prosecutor's not going to do shit. We're being fucking threatened. Our families, our lives, our businesses. This is bullshit. Fucking mistrial, right? Because every single juror is being threatened, and that's jury tampering, right? Because there's extremely powerful people who are going to go to prison. And so someone has to fucking have the balls to stand up and say, no, you go after the fact, and well, now, right? P. Diddy's off. Everyone's off. It's over.
No, you could hang the jury by not giving in.
You can hang the jury, but then what? Then what do they do?
Then they'll go to a retrial.
They go to a retrial, and the same thing happens again.
And then in the meantime, you can come out and say, we were threatened, we were this, that, and the other.
Yeah. Unless they slap a gag order on you. Once again, the judge can do that, right? You're not allowed to talk. You can't discuss the case or anything about it. What if the whole system is so fucked, Oliver.
Yep.
Right. You've got the fucking the powerful people threatening you. You've got the fucking judges threatening you. So you save your own skin and you let the system continue.
Yeah, it's a no-win situation there.
It really is. So, by being selected, you've had an opportunity to become a fucking martyr. It's literally what your opportunity is, to become a martyr. Gee, pick me. I want to be a martyr. I want to die over something fucking ridiculous, I don't know. Let me ask you this, Oliver. How does the situation we find ourselves in on July 7th, 2025, how do we get out of this now? What is the step that has to be taken to fix this?
The step that has to be taken, the country is not ready to take.
I just wanted, this is completely hypothetical. I know you're not asking anyone to do anything illegal, unlawful, dangerous, or stupid. Hypothetically, what has to happen to fix this? I just want your opinion.
Well, I just gave you my opinion, and I'm not going to rephrase that in a way that can be misinterpreted or misconstrued or used against me. So We all know what needs to be done.
And I apologize for putting you on the spot like that. I do.
No worries.
Okay.
No, but we all know what needs to be done. We need a full house cleaning, and unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon at the election box.
No, the elections have demonstrated and been proven time and again to do nothing. We just change one set of sick fucks for another set of sick fucks.
Yeah. Now, granted,
it is the uniparty now, 100%. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and even with Trump, I think we just get a little bit of a reprieve into a slower slide to the same destination.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen the direction change. There's not been a single corrupt high-level politician arrested. They've thrown a couple bones here with, we found this one election worker. Well, what about the lady in charge of the elections in Georgia, where all the passwords and stuff, that all kind of went away again.
Yeah, that went away. Yeah,
Katie she's not even high level.
Huh?
And even she, I would not consider to be high level. I mean, we're talking. There are people in Congress and Senate, in the House and everything that are so beyond corrupt, and it's so blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
That they'll open investigations on anybody for anything, throw you in jail while they continue their investigations. But these people, they get accused, they get slapped on the wrist, and the story gets buried and goes away, and everybody forgets about it.
What needs to happen, and this is the only way I see any change happening, and I don't want this to happen, is if the people come out with their guns and they just start shooting these motherfuckers. And that's how you hold them accountable. That is what we're seeing the left actually calling for. Storming the White House and taking over the government, but they want to bring in communism. They want to eliminate you, me, everybody. They want to eliminate all Republicans out here, not in Washington, but they want us eliminated. Then they can take over. The only way to stop what's going on is for people to start fucking dying.
And actually, we've already seen or gotten a taste of that with the left going after the left. I thought it would be the left going after the right that kicked it off. But I mean, they're going after their own people for stepping out of the party line.
Yeah. And literally, they're calling for the White House to be stormed now. In Texas, another scumbag Democrat who showed up in tactical gear today shot a policeman or shot an ICE agent. I don't know which. There's just so much going on. Did you catch that story?
I caught
Texas
nothing
man
today.
Killed after ambushing Border Patrol agents with rifle and tactical gear. The left is getting openly violent because they want to stop people trying to stop the illegal invasion. They want to stop the deportation. They see violence as the only way to get what they want now. And they're starting to take action. The only way for our side to win, more than likely, because voting doesn't work, putting pressure on Washington doesn't work, putting pressure on the president doesn't work. Where the fuck is he? Has he even stepped out to see his shadow today, see if we got 6 more weeks of Pam Bondi lying? It's going to come down to there's only one solution, and that's violence. That's how nations solve their problems. Am I incorrect, Mr. Uman?
You are absolutely correct.
Yeah. When nations don't get their way and they believe they're right and that they're morally superior, they will go and attack another nation and bomb the fuck out of them and kill people. But when we go, hey, looks like we got a problem on our hands, I guess we better get our guns. They're like, oh, no, that's illegal. Don't do that. Violence isn't the solution.
It's also funny how, the left spins everything, because on J6, a bunch of people went wandering through the Capitol, and it was worse. Pearl Harbor, it was worse than
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I mean, worst thing in the world. But now these people are actually going in and being violent after they crash through there. Yeah. But that is somehow justified. It comes back down to this whole one man's insurrectionist is another man's freedom fighter,
Right, exactly.
One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. They view themselves as freedom fighters.
Yeah, Americans were terrorists to the English and patriots to us. Right?
Yeah.
Whoever wins gets to declare what was right and wrong.
Exactly. This just depends on what side of the line you're standing on.
Yeah, well, Iran right now is standing on the other side of the line, and they're raising their assassination prize. Isn't that called a fatwa?
I believe so.
$21 million they're up to. Hell, that's what they paid to kill Kennedy in 1963. It was about $20 million total between everyone getting paid.
Now, if they're offering to put a bounty on him, why aren't we going after him directly?
Oh, the Ayatollah Khomeini?
Yeah, all the leaders over there. If they're openly putting a bounty on the president of the United States, why aren't we going in there and just taking these motherfuckers out?
Maybe they can't find him. Maybe they're going to. I don't know. Well, I mean, General Mike Flynn, right? He seems to have some integrity. I don't know what page he's on today, but he's saying that they need to make arrests in the Russiagate treason scandal. Quote, "We the people are fed up." Russiagate? We can't even get fucking justice on obvious criminals. And they want to get into something convoluted about like Russiagate, right? The use of the Steele dossier and which Secret Service agent said what to what CIA person to the Mossad and fucking MI6. Epstein files are cut and dry clear. There's this guy and this person and that chick and all these bad people doing things to kids, and we can't even arrest them. But yeah, Mike Flynn, it's like there's so many crimes going on, Oliver, that where do you even start?
Oh, I had a question for you.
Yeah,
this morning I saw a story, something about how we were in there actively bombing Somalia this morning or something, or last night. Did you hear anything about that?
I've got something on it. Somalia. It's you're talking about the action, the Yemeni bullshit. The Houthis attack targets, hitting merchant vessels.
I just saw the headline. I didn't have a chance to read about it. So yeah, I thought maybe
the Houthis are in Somalia, right? Are they in Somalia or Yemen? No, they're in Yemen. Fuck.
They're in Yemen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's all bullshit, right? Every country's full of assholes, and they're all causing problems. But we can't even police our own house anymore. We don't even have law and order here, so how can we even criticize the fucking Yemenis or the Somalians?
Well, I was kind of surprised because I was looking for that story. I didn't see anything in the couple minutes before the show here, but I was surprised that Ilhan Omar isn't all over the place screaming about that.
Well, yeah, you would think she would be if we were bombing Somalia, but I think she's fucking worried about either getting whacked or fucking taken out. She married her fucking brother. She committed fucking fraud, immigration fraud. I bet she's actually scared that she's going to get deported. Right.
I don't know that any of them are scared. Because look at this. Nothing happens to these people.
We
got congressmen getting busted with Chinese spies as girlfriends and shit, and they're still sitting on security committees and shit.
Let me put it to you this way. I've got let's just work on this theory. Let's associate, for the sake of discussion, government with mafia. Organized crime. I think we can all agree that they're both organized crime. Mafia, organized crime. Government, organized crime. Absolutely. They're all fucking criminals. But some criminals are willing to kill and murder and cheat to get more power because they want to take over the mafia, right? They want to be the next Don, or they want to move up in rank. I'm expecting a lot of political violence, literally.
We talked about this a couple of years ago, and I said back then I was surprised it hasn't already started.
Yeah, I think it could start happening, like literal political assassinations to eliminate rivals, right? You take AOC and throw her under the fucking bus, or Bernie Sanders, right? Just to get rid of them. They're a problem. Like this man Danny motherfucker in New York City. New York Times is criticizing him, and so now leftists are going after the New York Times. It's like dog eat dog. Is that a good way to put it? Yeah. They're going to cannibalize each other and themselves. I mean, this stupid bitch, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Democrat representative, I guess she's out of Florida. She says Trump is trying to bleach America. You know what that means, right?
Trying to turn America white again?
Yes, right? It's a fucking racist bullshit attack. And I don't even know what race Debbie Wasserman Schultz is. She's a stupid bitch. But they're trying to foment racial hatred while we have political hatred, while we have international hatred, while we have terrorist hatred, we have LGBT hatred, we have BLM hatred, communist hatred. When at some point does it just fucking start? Or are we, you and I and us, all of us here, are we ahead of the game yet again by a couple years? Like we see it coming, we're talking about it, but it's not going to happen yet. Or does it just start?
I think we might see some isolated events like we have already seen, but it may escalate to higher ranking officials. But as far as somebody going in and starting to do this several times a week, I still think we're a ways away from that. But once it starts, I think it could snowball real quickly.
Remember, I'll ask you to recall, and tell me how many years ago it was that the enraged Democrat lunatic showed up at a congressional baseball game and started shooting Republicans.
Well, that had to be 5-6 years ago, at least.
5-6 years ago. Yeah, it was before Obama. I'm sorry, before Biden.
Oh, it was before? Yeah. It was during Trump's term, right?
It was during Trump's first term. And I thought, oh, shit, we're kicking it off. You know, the violence is coming. These people, it's an open, violent attack, political warfare, partisan warfare.
And they had the attack on Rand Paul as well.
Yeah, that was during the riots, the 2020 bullshit. First, his neighbor attacked him. Then he was trapped on the street by a bunch of BLM and Antifa.
Yep.
Maybe we're just ramping up to it again. And if we get enough stupid hatred, momentum, and violence, it could carry over and maybe get worse. I don't know. I've fucking had it with these people. I'm not violent. I'm a peace loving man. You've met me. We drank beer.
Yep. You know what? There's going to be a spark that ignites it, and just like the whole Summer of Love thing, nobody saw that coming and expected that.
It just happened.
It just happened, just like that. They need to find something that's going to get the momentum going. Now, if the right person heals the right person, then
you just nailed it. You just nailed it.
Then it's going to start snowballing.
Let me give you the other secret ingredient that we didn't have when that lunatic shot the Republicans in the baseball game, and when they attacked Rand Paul. Is if you try and start a fire and you don't have enough kindling, you get some sparks, you get some action, but it doesn't catch. Now we have enough fucking political hatred. We've got enough groups out there. I just named all the groups off. The terror groups, the faggot groups, the foreigner groups, right? All of the groups, we're all pissed at each other. Everyone's fucking pissed off. Even the Democrats hate Democrats. That's how much they hate, you know. We now have a lot of kindling or tinder, and it's fucking ripe to go off. If, like you're saying, the right person kills the right person, it could cause a cascading domino effect.
Yeah, but the only difference, there's one thing I got to point out, though. You know, I mean, Democrats may be going at each other and everything else, but at the end of the day, when it comes time to vote or whatever, they all stick together and vote as a block. And that's the one thing the Republicans aren't doing. You know, I mean, they have their disagreements, and then, you know, you get Massey and all these other morons, and even Rand Paul, you know, absolutely refusing to stand together and get it done. You know, they'll go over to the Democrat side, but there's only one guy that ever came over on the Republican side in recent memory that I could hear on anything.
Right. Yeah. Well, what I know this happened probably an hour ago or so, but the press secretary, the cute little blonde girl, she is accusing Democrat lawmakers of promoting, instigating ambushes on ICE agents. See, this is the killing that we're talking about, right? That we're starting to see more of. Is it going to be enough this time? Yeah, the Democrats will end up siding with each other, right? If the shooting starts. Yep. But I don't know, man. It's Redneck Roughneck says, until high-ranking officials start getting arrested, this will not end. And no one's going to arrest them.
Yep.
Pam Bondi has made it clear, Roughneck, they will not arrest anyone. Kash Patel has made it clear they're not going to arrest anybody. Dan Bongino has made it clear they're not going to arrest anybody. Unless they get caught raping a child in Polk County, Florida, and Sheriff Grady Judd is on the scene, they're not getting arrested. There's no who else is there? And I'm not making fun of Redneck Roughneck. He's right. Until that happens, nothing changes. But that's not going to happen, so nothing's going to change.
Because there's nobody willing to do it.
Nobody. They don't have the fucking guts or integrity. Matt Gaetz had enough integrity and guts to say, no, I don't want your fucking position as Attorney General. They probably took him out even before the nomination, the ink on the nomination was dry, and started telling him, you will not do this, you will not do that. And he was like, fuck it, I'm out.
I can see that
altogether.
I hadn't considered that until you mentioned it the other day, but yeah, that sounds like that could quite possibly be what happened.
And I know Matt Gaetz had something to say the other day about it.
Did he?
Where people just brought him up. I don't know. I can't fucking remember. There's so much shit going on, brother.
Yeah.
I tell you, the respect and admiration I have for you, Oliver, for everyone out there, everyone who sends me fucking messages, sends you messages, sends us all, right? We're talking about this, but there's not enough of us to do anything. We're not coordinated. We're not together. We're not in the same group. We can't do a fucking thing. Grady Judd would just shoot them and save us all the fucking. That motherfucker is a hardcore motherfucker, right? And he's not the only Florida sheriff that has come out and said, you just fucking run people over. You just fucking shoot them. We don't care. Save the taxpayer money, right? They don't.
It was also Joe Arpaio and stuff. I mean, we need a country filled with guys like this that don't give a shit and will do the right fucking thing and won't punish you for doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, we had for a long time in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was Sheriff Mack. Then Sheriff Joe Arpaio, he was a hard ass. Didn't he go to fucking prison for something? They fucking arrested him and fucking convicted him for going after Obama on the birth certificate.
Yeah, something. Yeah,
he was fucking railroaded. He's out now and he's talking again, but there was a congressman. He was a Democrat, James Traficant. He was fucking arrested and thrown in jail because he wouldn't shut up and quit exposing people. They threw out the fruitcake Republican from New York that they said lied because he claimed to be Jewish or something. They expelled him from Congress. But AOC, Ilhan Omar, all these fucking lying sacks of shit. All of them, they don't get thrown out. They don't even get fucking censured, which is nothing. They don't even censor them. Anyway,
sorry, I
okay.
hit the wrong button.
Well, you could have hit the in-stream button, which is what I'm going to do now because we're just rehashing. Everyone keep doing what you're doing. Put the fucking pressure on DC. Let them know they're fucking liars. Call them out. Call them every dirty name in the book. You've got nothing to lose except your country, and we're losing it. If there was a place to go, we could all go there and start a new country. There's no place to go. Our backs are against the fucking wall, and we're being surrounded by fucking radical terrorists, radical homosexuals, radical communists, and radical fucking bankers and financiers who are screwing us over and stealing our wealth. While there's radical fucking doctors and scientists trying to fucking kill us. Just another sunny day in 2025. If you're a Christian, you better start praying. And if you're a prepper, you better be fully prepared with food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, because it's coming. And I am fucking irate, and so is everyone else. You thought the Democrats were crooked as fuck? Take a look at the Republican Party. I am fucking pissed. Where is Trump on this?